Hello everyone, it is Jayden and welcome to The Alpha, the show where we talk about the hottest topics in pop culture and sports. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button on the video, and if you enjoy my commentary and myself truly as always, be sure to tap that subscribe button and to hit that notification bell to get notified when all my videos go live. I love you guys so much. Peace, love, and positivity always, y'all. See ya. Chris Hemsworth. He has been in the news recently. I guess he got interviewed for a recent movie that he is getting ready to be in. He sent or posted a very cryptic tweet or post on across all his social media platforms right after he got revealed in the cast for Doomsday. It was a post pretty much showing gratitude for his role of playing Thor, and it had many fans speculating that there is a possibility that Avengers Doomsday would be the last time that we are going to see him portray the God of Thunder. But in this interview recently by The Hollywood Reporter, he pretty much debunked these claims. Let's see what Chris Hemsworth had to say. Speaking of Thor, Hemsworth released a YouTube video titled "Thank You, The Legacy of Thor," a couple months after his late March casting the 2-minute video. After his late March casting announcement in the Russo's Avengers Doomsday. Naturally, the 2-minute video caused an online frenzy, and fans quickly speculated that Hemsworth was preemptively saying goodbye ahead of his final round as Thor. Plot theories soon followed, and many wondered if Thor would have a fatal encounter with Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom, a la the one that his brother Loki had with Thanos in Avengers Infinity War. Hemsworth is now clarifying that the above reading was not all what he and his social media team intended. Chris Hemsworth said this, and I quote, "I had a few people ask me about it, and someone on my team said, we've given the wrong impression here. We didn't do any damage control. There was no damage control necessary, but a lot was read into a little. I was already off starting another chapter of this character, and this journey has been the biggest part of my career. So the video was a moment of gratitude, and it wasn't anything else. But it definitely got misconstrued and perceived in a different way." All right. So what does this pretty much mean? When the video was first released, I was with the fans. We all were pretty much just speculating that this is probably the last hurrah. Now, it didn't quite make sense, because why would you go ahead and kill off Thor in Avengers Doomsday when there's Avengers Secret Wars in the future? Maybe, again, I'm not that knowledgeable of the Secret Wars storyline. I just know it's a lot of universes pretty much clashing together. It is the multiverse segment, and this is the multiverse saga of Marvel, and that is what they're leading up to. So I didn't know if they were just going to do that, and then ultimately Chris Hemsworth would be like a surprise type of thing going into Avengers Secret Wars. But Chris Hemsworth in this interview pretty much just downplayed all of the ideas of him getting killed off in the upcoming Avengers movie. Now, I'm shocked because with the rumors of Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man and Captain America potentially getting recast in the upcoming, after the events of Avengers Secret Wars, I wouldn't be shocked if they were to pretty much kill Thor off and then bring him back in Secret Wars, and then all three of them get their hurrah together with Robert Downey Jr. coming back as possibly Iron Man in Secret Wars, Chris Evans coming back as Captain America in Secret Wars, and then Thor would come back in Secret Wars. And then, you have the Secret Wars storyline, and then you would recast Thor. Because I don't see a scenario where you're going to recast Chris Evans as Captain America, and you're going to recast Robert Downey Jr., and then Chris Hemsworth is going to be there to stay. Now, I am all for it. Now, I've enjoyed Chris Hemsworth as playing Thor. I think he's done a phenomenal job. So if they want to pretty much let Chris Hemsworth play Thor a little bit more, I'm all for it. Because it was pretty much funny to me that they were ready to hang the cape up when it come to Robert Downey Jr.'s character and Chris Evans's character. But Chris Hemsworth's Thor was still pretty much a major role in the MCU moving forward post Endgame. We've already had a Thor movie, and technically he's still alive. So even with the events of Secret Wars, I would still be open to Chris Hemsworth still wanting to play Thor post Secret Wars. Now, would it be the smartest thing to do? Absolutely, but absolutely not, because I think if you're going to do a clean slate, specifically, they're already saying that they're going to do a clean slate with the X-Men, Iron Man, and Captain America. I just don't see a reason why you would keep Chris Evans to play Thor. I don't know. I may be wrong. Y'all let me know down in the comments, what do you guys think? That's just my personal opinion. And another thing too, I know it said it. They said it in this article. This may be damage control at the end of the day. It may or may not be damage control, because the whole point of marketing for this movie right now is to get fans ready for this movie. Because the next topic that we are going to talk about is, will Spider-Man make more money than Avengers Doomsday? Going into Avengers Doomsday right now, what character is a huge draw to want to go see this movie? I don't think a lot of people are going to be clamoring to go to a theater to see Anthony Mackie's Captain America, Yelena and the Thunderbolts, Letitia Wright's Black Panther, Shang-Chi, and the list goes on and on and on. Smart Hulk, and the list again goes on and on and on. The only draw you have right now as a character is Thor. And one can argue possibly and maybe the old X-Men being part of this movie, with Patrick Stewart coming back to play Professor X. The guy playing Magneto is coming back. Mystique, Cyclops, all of the older type of X-Men are coming back in this movie. That's the reason why I wouldn't be shocked or surprised if we might get a teaser of some sort of Hugh Jackman coming back to play Wolverine, because the old X-Men are coming back. Why wouldn't, Hugh Jackman come back to play Wolverine in this movie? But Chris Hemsworth's Thor is the only draw for the movie. So, I don't know. Maybe this might be some social media stuff just to stir the pot. Maybe the Russo brothers and Marvel wanted them to do that. I do know that Chris Hemsworth has been on the record saying that this has been the biggest role of his career. It's been his most favorite role of his career. He's forever grateful for it. So there's whole lot of mixed signals going on right now at the moment. But I hope that he is not going to get killed off in Avengers Doomsday. I don't know. I don't know if we should keep Chris Hemsworth at his word with this. We're just going to have to wait and see going into Avengers Doomsday. Let's see what type of tone the movie may possibly have leading up to the very first trailer. We're just going to have to wait and see. But the second portion of this video, or this interview rather, is about his other character, and Tyler Rake from the Extraction. As for the other franchise, Extraction, Hemsworth and his creative partners are still in the midst of figuring out what the next movie is for Black Ops mercenary Tyler Rake. Tyler Rake is getting relentless. We, the creative team, are putting together some different ideas and creative ventures of where we could take the whole place of the third film. But the intention is to certainly make another one. And I don't know exactly when, but yeah, it'll be coming. So, this is great news for me. Because I am a huge fan of the Extraction franchise. I remember when I watched the first one, it was produced and made by the Russo brothers. Obviously, we knew the Russo brothers had done at the time the Winter Soldier, Civil War, both Avengers, Endgame and Infinity War, coming off great movies. So knowing that the Russo brothers were partnering up with Chris Hemsworth to do a mercenary type movie, it's right up my alley. Because I love the genre, huge John Wick guy, just love it. So I enjoyed Extraction. I've enjoyed both films. And essentially the second one, when Tyler Rate gets captured and he gets put in jail, I think, and then Idris Elba's character, releases them at the end of the movie and comes up with a proposition saying, I got another job for you. And it pretty much opened up the idea for a third film to come out. I'm all for it. Hopefully they would probably integrate Idris Elba's character a little bit more. Chris Hemsworth and Idris Elba together, a little buddy cop type action film, mercenary movie. That would be great. It's just something that I really am kind of disheartened about, is that none of these movies have never had a theatrical release, because I really think they are worthy of being in the theaters. Now, a lot of this has to do with money and licensing. These movies are exclusively to Netflix, so you're not going to get theatrical releases for Netflix type films, because that's where primarily they're getting majority of their money at to produce this movie. But it's a shame. I would love to see this in theaters. It is a high quality movie. It's a high quality franchise. And me personally, I think great franchises, high quality movies, and great cinema deserves to be in the theater. But that's just my personal opinion. But I'm glad to see that we're going to get Tyler Rate back. And I'm glad to see that possibly we're going to have more Chris Evans as Thor post Doomsday in the future. So overall, I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys think that Chris Evans is going to be in Avengers Secret Wars post Doomsday, or do you think he's going to be fatally killed off in Avengers Doomsday and come back in Avengers Secret Wars? Do you think Chris Hemsworth is going to play Thor going past Avengers Secret Wars? And do you want to see Extraction 3? Are you excited for it? I want to know all of your comments down below, because at the end of the day, we love Chris Hemsworth, and more Chris Hemsworth is always the best. I want to know all of your comments down below.